The reduction of utility fees is a symbol of Hungary's independence and self-determination, Prime Minister Viktor Orbán told public Kossuth Radio's morning program. Now electricity providers must adjust their measures to the needs of Hungarians and not the other way around, the Prime Minister said. The parliamentary groups of the governing Fidesz-KDNP alliance approved on Thursday further reducing the price of electricity, household gas and district heating by 11% in the autumn.
More than 7,000 Hungarian citizens from beyond the borders have registered to vote at next year's elections. Just on Tuesday, as many as 900 voter registration forms were submitted. The head of the National Election Office said the number of voter registrations can be expected to peak in the last few weeks. Ilona Pálfi said voting by post will be anonymous because votes from abroad will have to be submitted in double envelope. Personal information will only be shown in the external envelope, which will be discarded once submitted to the office. József Berényi, the head of the Hungarian Community Party in Slovakia, was summoned to the police station of Nyitra. He was asked to name 30 people in 2 villages of southern Slovakia who allegedly took Hungarian citizenship in secret on the day of national cohesion. Police told him that these people were obliged by the law to report to the authorities about their action and had failed to do so. The party leader told the police that the alleged action had not taken place and the report submitted to the police about it lacked any substance. Over 1,800 ethnic Hungarian first graders started their studies in Vojvodina. The Hungarian National Council and the Hungarian government help those in need with packages that contain everything what school children need but textbooks. Due to the council's campaign, a growing number of children born in mixed marriages are enrolled in Hungarian language schools. This year, 70 Hungarian first-grade classes were started. More than half of these run with less than 15 pupils. The Rákóczi Association has granted scholarships to students who started their education in Hungarian schools in Kassa. The organization's leader welcomed that the number of children applying for Hungarian schools had not dropped, despite the fact that the latest census showed a fall in the number of ethnic Hungarians. By December, the Rákóczi Association will grant more than 100 scholarships in southern Slovakia, 50 in Partium and 30 in Vojvodina. Protests continued in Romania against a planned gold mine project using a cyanide technology in Verespatak. Environmentalists once again marched to Bucharest University Square yesterday, and they completely blocked traffic in front of the Bucharest Science University. At the same time, the Hungarian People's Party of Transylvania announced in Nagyvárad that it opposes the licensing of cyanide technology in the mine and will use all possible means to prevent the opening of the mine in Verespatak. Greenpeace has launched an online petition to save Verespatak. More than 3,000 signatures were collected in the international organization's website within one day. The Hungarian People's Party of Transylvania has launched a signature drive to achieve an undivided bilingual autonomous administrative region status to the Partium. The initiative seeks to warn the Romanian government that it should not change administrative regions in an arbitrary way, but call a referendum on the issue. The party wants to see an independent region with Nagyvárad as its center, also including Szatmár, Máramaros and Szilágy counties, with a Hungarian community of 400,000 people living in one block. The Anti-Discrimination Council in Bucharest has postponed a decision concerning the issue of the Marosvásárhely Medical University, in which charges were pressed against the university's leadership by the Hungarian Association for Doctors and Pharmacists Education. It claimed that clinical trials are not allowed to be conducted in Hungarian and that Hungarian students are forbidden to speak in Hungarian with Hungarian patients. The postponement of the decision was requested by the university's board, whose Romanian members are in a majority. A lawyer representing the association said it was unacceptable that the Romanian side wants to prevent the Bucharest Council from making a decision before the start of the academic year. The revamp of the facade and roof of the II. Rákóczi Ferenc Hungarian College of Kárpátalja has been completed with the help of Hungarian state financing. Prime Minister Viktor Orbán signed an agreement with the college's management this April, in line with which the Hungarian government grants 500 million forints this year and 300 million forints next year for completing the refurbishment of the building and for starting new training courses. Wines from Hungary's Villány, Tokaj, Eger and Somló regions have been included in the wine list for guests at the G20 summit in St. Petersburg, where representatives of the world's 19 most developed states and the European Union are scheduled to meet. Traditional Hungarian dishes will also be an offer. The menus have been prepared for nearly a year by experts appointed by Russian President Vladimir Putin.